Alright guys, it is 5:45. I'm off work, so I figured I'd come over to the shop and take something apart. Got me some coffee. About ready to go, get going. I don't know exactly what I want to take apart yet. Let me think about it for a minute or two. I got a bunch of different motors I can take apart. I've got this 84 Honda XL350 motor I can take apart. I've got this Buell Blast 500 street bike motor I could take apart. I've got this 01 TTR 125 I could take apart. That bottom end over there is one that I've had sitting here for a while. It's a DR 250 I could take apart. I've got a bunch of motors, I don't know, about 6 or 7 underneath here. Let's see, I've got a Badger 80 four-wheeler, actually 2 of those. A YZ80 motor, some stuff over here on the bench. I've got a CR 250 bottom end I could take apart, a Scrambler 500 motor I could take apart. I don't know. Let's go ahead and take this XL top end off at least, and maybe some stuff from the sides. Let me get the camera set up and I'll get the motor up on the bench and I'll start taking it apart. The compression, got it tagged here, before it was taken off the bike, the top end had a 155 PSI. So the motor's supposed to be good. And I know that head, I sold a RFV C head, this is right there, not too long ago for 150 bucks. So I'll get that apart, maybe get some pictures on it and put it on eBay. But go ahead and set the camera up here. Alright, and I'll adjust it once I get the motor up on here. See how that looks. Alright. And I'll keep adjusting it. Alright, so I'm going to be taking this thing apart pretty quick, or at least that's the plan. That doesn't always work out. Turn my phone off. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to blow it apart. Once I take it apart, I will not be putting it back together, so I'm not too worried about dirt because I will clean the parts once I get it apart. So let me get some of this extra dirt off of it. Alright, let's get it taken apart. I'm going to be using a torque wrench, or an impact driver wrench, just a little bit of air tools just to get it off. Hopefully we'll speed up the process a little bit. It's got a lot of 8mm and 10mm sockets up here. That's what I'm going to be taking off first to get the top off. Tough spot right there. There we go. Get these out. Alright, I'll actually get some of the put these in. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll put them in this little tub here. Hopefully y'all can see. I'm just checking. Yeah, y'all should be able to see that. I'm just going to go around the top, removing the 8mm bolts first. And then I'll come back around and get the 10s. Some of these are different sizes, different lengths of bolts. I'm not putting it back together, so I'm not too worried about it. I have noticed that some of them have Loctite on them. That one. Some of these are kind of hard to get to. Where to get the socket down on it. There we go. Just because they're so close to the wall beside it. Alright, I think that's all of the 8s. So I'm going to come back around with some 10s. Or 10, take 10mm sockets out. Yeah. These a little bit longer. Actually a lot longer. But we're missing 8. There's 1 8 left. Got a lot of Loctite on it. Let's see. Alright, I got this oil line in the back. And there's no oil in the motor. Oh, I lose it. So I just took the oil line off, and the oil line's got a banjo bolt which has got a hole in the side and a hole in the end. It's got 2 washers to go along with it. Alright. I got 1 more bolt to take off. Right in the middle. Probably a 12. Yep, that's a 12. Alright, and that's a bigger bolt. Not as long as the 10, but thicker. Alright. Still got that one. Forgot about that 1 8 over there that I forgot about earlier. Sorry for the air compressor. Alright, now we should come off. Let's see here. I'll zoom in a little bit. I'll show a little bit better view in a minute when I get the head off. Rocker arms and everything in there. The head, like I said, is that 84 XL 350. And lay this over on the side. There is a little bit of oil on the inside. The head. Clean all that up. It's got some red RGB stuff around the edge, so I don't know if somebody's been in here, or probably so. I'll have to clean all that off later. look at it before I take anything else apart. Alright. We got the cam, most of you probably already know. We got the cam, the valves, valve springs, cam chain. What I'm going to do now start taking off other bolts. I'm not sure if I'll be able to. I'm gonna pop that cam chain loose. I guess I have to do the tensioner, wherever that is, if it's got one. I guess that's this here, the cam chain tensioner on the side. So I'll let that out some and hopefully loosen the chain up and get the cam out. I know there's a bolt under this little plug here. So I'll get that plug out of the way, hopefully, without breaking it. Down in here, you might not be able to see it, but down that hole, there's I got an air leak. That's what the air compressor turns on all the time. Down there's a bolt I'm going to have to take out underneath the cam. Got a bolt there. I'm going to be taking that one out too. So I'm just going to work my way around looking for bolts. Well, let me mess with that cam chain tensioner first. I'm guessing some pliers. I should be able to turn that and let it out. I'll zoom out some. Alright. Let's see here. Kind of stiff with that one. Thing's kind of tough. I don't want to break it. Wait a minute. That turns easy that way. I don't know if that's taking it in. It might be letting it out. Let's see. It's the opposite direction though, you'd think. Turning it that direction would not do that. Huh. Or is that a plug? It might be a plug that actually comes out. Let me see. There we go. Alright, pull it out. What did that do? Now do you turn it? Alright. As you can see, I haven't done this before. This one, this type. Cam chain tensioner. I don't know if I'm supposed to turn it now. I don't know. Alright, so that comes one out. Alright, so learning something every day. Alright, so the cam chain tensioner had the little groove on the end. I thought you might have to turn it. Man, I got an air leak. But I just pulled it and ended up just being able to work it out. So I'm guessing I can now get this thing out. Maybe. Watch it spring out at me. Huh. It's loose in there. I should be able to grab it. This being so difficult. Come on out, buddy. Alright. There we go. Alright, so that loosened this one up. Alright, so this is, I've never seen cam chain tensioner like that one. It's set right down in there. I put a lot of pressure on it. Keep all that together. Oh, and as you can probably figure out, and if you watch my other videos, I don't have any manuals. Or if I do have manuals, they're at home. I glance at them somewhere. Maybe I'll look online, but I haven't looked at anything for this one. I've taken apart an XR250 same year, so I thought maybe I could do this one. Alright, so it still has the regular spoons down in there for the cam chain, the black pieces of plastic coming up from the bottom holding the chain in place. You can see the top of one here, and the other one fell down, kind of fell over the side. I don't know, you probably can't see it because of the light. Let me see, I'll get a flashlight. This probably still can't see it, but down in there, there's another plastic spoon that helps hold the, I guess, guide the cam chain. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, and you're all leaning sideways, let's see here. There we go. What I'm going to do now is pull the chain up and try to get the cam out. So the chain just pops right off now that that tensioner piece is out of the way. That's got a weird shape to it. That's pretty neat. So now I should just pull the cam out. Alright, usually I would try to make sure I kept the chain out of the bottom end, but I'm going to be taking it all apart, so I'm not too worried about it, so I'll find it later if it does fall. This has got two bearings on the ends that will slip off. Cam, there's the cam. Alright, so I'm going to set this over to the side. Alright, now I've got four bolts I need to take off. One I showed you earlier is there, was underneath the cam. There's another one that was underneath the cam. One underneath the plug, and then one in the front here by the, kind of, just on the outside of the spark plug hole. They look like maybe 14 millimeters, I guess. Let me see. Is it 12? This is going to be bigger than 12, I think. Nope, this is 12. Huh. Alright. I'll do the one on the outside first. And I'm just putting all these bolts in a pile. Like I said, I won't be putting it back together, so just keeping all my pieces together. A little bit of oil. Like that one. And the outside one had, the outside one had a washer. I don't know if, yeah, this one. So these have washers on them, so make sure you get the washer out. I hope everybody's getting ready to have a good Thanksgiving. We don't really have any big plans. We are planning on going riding on Friday. I'm not sure if I'll get any videos of riding on Friday. It's the same place we always go, down to our family's farm. I know I've had some comments before about I need to go riding somewhere else, but that's where we usually go, so we can do some work around there, clean up a little bit, check on the place, that kind of stuff. That's usually why we go there. So a lot of times I get down there, and that one did not, that washer just stuck. I'm going to leave it for right now so it doesn't fall down in the motor. A lot of times when we've gone recently to the farm, I haven't made many videos just because I'm sure y'all get kind of bored watching the same thing over and over again. Alright, so now I gotta get that plug up. Alright, now when I took the XR250 motor apart, at this point I couldn't figure out how to get the head off, and I couldn't find it. Well, dummy me, there's a plug right there. I'm gonna pop up. Looks like somebody else has already popped it up before. Or at least I'm gonna try to pop it up. Actually, it looks like it might be cracked. Somebody's broken all the... Oh man. Maybe they've got it sealed down in there. Before, I was just able to grab hold of it. Let me try with a pair of pliers. Maybe on the side. I was able to get my screwdriver under it and just pop it on up. Being a pain. Let's see if I can get some smaller under there. They might have put something on it to help seal it, since they broke the edges off. Yeah. Always something. Let's see. Alright, that's good. Alright, let me it's gonna come up, but just being a pain. I don't want to break it. Let's see. Alright, it turned, so I don't think it's really stuck. Get it. Well, all the edges, except for that one at the bottom, is missing, so nothing can grip it. You can't really get under it either. Oh well, I had a good grip on it that time. At least I thought I did. Dag on it. Be careful not to damage the gasket surface next to it. I don't know what I didn't realize this was going to be that much of a pain. Alright, that seems to be pulling it up some. Let me just see if I can work around with two of them. Alright, I got that screwdriver under it, but it just won't pop it up. I doubt I can get a bigger one under it. Alright, got the big screwdriver under it. It popped up some. This should be enough. I should be able to grab it now, I would imagine. At least I say that. I don't know. There we go. You wouldn't think the little plug would be that big of a deal, but you can see where the previous attempt to open this thing, it broke off all those edges. It's got a little washer around it. Alright, so let's look in there. That's nothing but a bolt in there, but right there. So I'm gonna take that one out. Back out a little bit. Alright. Man, that one's tight. Yeah, I'm going the right way. why that's so tight. I don't know if a braking bar would do any good or not, as tight as that thing was. The problem I'm going to have now is the motor. It's not on anything, so I don't have a good enough pressure on it. Dang it. Let me try one more time with the air wrench. Actually, I'm going to spray some PB Blaster in there real quick. If it doesn't work this time, then I'll have to lay the motor over and try to break it free. Let that soak for just a second. Put some of these tools away. Alright. Probably wasn't long enough to make any difference. Man. Alright, I'm gonna lay it down. Lay the motor forward, I guess. Of course, oil's gonna go everywhere. It's always nice. Oh, and of course I knocked the camera all over the place. Alright, so I'm just gonna... Who knows if this will even work. Alright, got it. There we go. Alright, so I'll set it back up. Finish taking it off. Alright, of course the oil was all on that top end. Leaked all over the place. Alright, let's see on it. Right there. We'll raise you up a little bit. Right there. Alright. Alright, got that one loose all the way. Alright. Alright. Alright, so I'm hoping that should be it for the head. Yep, so the head comes right on off. Right at the bottom. Alright. So we got the head off. I'll lay this over here. Alright, now this one's got 4 bolts to get the cylinder off. 4 bolts here. So I'll go ahead and take those out next. They're also 12mm. Man, it's always one of them, huh? This old hose I've got, my grandfather gave me for my air compressor, and that thing has got more leaks than anything. It runs down quick. We'll let the air pressure build back up. Maybe that's why. If not, if it won't break it free, I'll get the breaker bar out again. So each of these has a washer. This tripod sucks. Alright, each of these have a washer. Goes down in there. You gotta make sure you get those. They're supposed to have a washer. Air pressure is going down. That's probably what happened earlier. It wasn't working with a whole lot of air pressure. Alright, so I got those 4. It should lift. Cylinder should lift. Oh, I got the other 2. Alright, so on the side here, I've got some 8mm bolts also. And those I'm not going to be able to get a socket on. Let me grab the 8mm wrench. And they make those difficult to get that end on it, or at least with this wrench, the ratchet wrench. I love ratchet wrenches. They make life so easier. But yeah, I came over here last night to do some stuff. I just really wasn't into it, so I went back home. I went home and uploaded a video from the other day where I was working on my KFX four-wheeler. That should be up where I changed the mechanical seal. Alright, once I get these 2 bolts out, the cylinder come off and I'll end the video. Maybe I'll start up another video taking off a side cover or something, I don't know. I'm not sure how far I'll take this. Man. There we go. A little bit more speed to it. Alright, so it's just a short one. I don't know if any of you are going shopping on Black Friday, which is in a couple of days. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. The commercial on the radio just made me think about it. I used to go shopping. Not anymore. It's crazy people out there. Too busy. I hate shopping anyway. So we usually plan our riding trip for the day after Thanksgiving because most of my friends are off. So we'll go riding. I think my wife and kids are going, my brother and his family, my cousin and his family, so maybe some other people. So we'll go down there and ride and cook hot dogs on the fire and all that kind of good stuff. Man, not very fast here, is it? Come on. The problem is you can't really get anything to it. I'm turning it just slowly. I get very impatient. Alright, so what I'm going to do after the video is I'm just going to take the head over to the parts washer and just kind of rinse it off and get all the oil and all the loose dirt and stuff off. And then I'm going to take a picture of the head and the cam and all that stuff. Before I take the pictures, I'll probably go down and get the cam chain out. Alright, so those two are out. So now this thing should just lift off. I said that a minute ago. Let's see. Or it might need some assistance. Let me, this fin's broken right there. Huh. Yeah, it definitely looks like somebody's been into this thing before. Let me just tap it on the side. I don't think that did much of anything. Alright, I'm gonna have to try to pry it up somehow. Man, it's a camp. I don't see anything else holding it. There's a spoon from that cam chain tensioner thing. The other one is probably bolted in on the bottom. I don't know. Why did it just pop up? Come on loose. Alright. Gotta be careful of the fins. I don't see anything else holding it. Alright, move this out of the way. Alright, so what I'll do, I'm going to roll it over on its side. See if I can put something closer, not on the fins, but closer to the base of it and drive it off. Or at least just pop it loose mainly. Bigger hammer. That's not doing anything. Alright, so I'm not going to make you watch me struggle with this. I got the head off. I'm working on the cylinder. I'll keep messing with it. But as I said, I don't see any other bolts or anything holding it down, so I don't know why it won't just pop loose. Unless they put something on, maybe between it at the bottom, making it stick more. But even then, I would have thought it would come off. So I'll keep working on it, and yeah, I don't see any other Alright, so what I'll do next is once I get it off, I will take the piston off and I'll get all that stuff together. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. Sorry I didn't actually complete it. Let me go ahead and stop a little bit. I got some other stuff I want to do. But anyway, check back later for some other videos. When I get into these side covers and stuff, I'll make a video maybe. And what I'll do is maybe I'll explain what I do to get this off. But anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Happy Thanksgiving. Alright, so I hate to leave you hanging, so I ended up having to get this bigger pry bar or tire iron. I laid it down and I was able to get underneath it from back here and pop it forward. There was no other bolts holding it in. Now I say that, it did pop loose. Man, maybe I should have done a little bit more investigating before I turn the camera back on. There we go. Alright. Come on off, dude. It's like all the sides. I don't know what it was. We'll see in a minute. I don't know if it was something that could have won it, or if it's just frozen from being on there so long, or what. There we go. Alright. It doesn't look like anything else on it. The cylinder looks good. Alright, so there's the cylinder. Piston. The top's a little burn up. Normally I would be stuffing stuff in here to keep stuff from falling, but I'm taking it all apart, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright, so now let me, while you're here watching, I'll go ahead and pull off this piston. Let's see if you can see that.
So, talking about this and Thanksgiving staff, there's a small segment of the dinner at noon earlier. Obviously, some people.
Alright, got the clip out. From the other side, I'm going to knock out the pin. Nice and easy. And there's the piston. Alright, so pin came right on out. Piston looks good. I don't know what brand. I don't think this is the original. I might be wrong, but it says KN5 670. KN5 is written there. Alright, so there you go. Top end has been removed. I'll clean all this up and get this thing listed on eBay. Like I said, before we took it apart, it had PSI of 155. Alright, thanks for watching, and I apologize for not being able to get it off earlier than having to come back, but at least you got to see it. Alright, thank you. Bye.